All right, this question comes from Gwen. Thank you, Gwen. You use this Q&A tool, so I'm going to answer that for you. Curious as to what key metrics we use to evaluate long-term rental property. It all comes down to cash flow. Cash flow, meaning the net profit after you pay not only the debt service or what we call the mortgage payment and the property taxes and the insurance. And for some of y'all in Florida and Louisiana and California, insurance has gone up, hasn't it? So you've got insurance and taxes in the mortgage, but that's not all. You've got maintenance, right? You've got the fact that that roof is going to need to be replaced at some point, and those appliances. In fact, I read something about California. They're trying to change the law, or maybe it already went into effect, where landlords have to provide a functioning a refrigerator and an oven. Okay, so you've got to think through those as part of your math, and then you also have to consider the cost of management. Look, many of you all don't want another job. The point of the long-term rental is that it cash flows while you're sleeping. I think it was Warren Buffett who was coined the phrase, if you can't learn to make money while you sleep, you'll have to work the rest of your life. Well, in order to really have a rental property, it's got a cash flow. So that's what I'm looking at, y'all. And I don't look at much at what it's going to appreciate to in the future. I'm not as concerned about that. But I do look at the cash flow, and that also means the condition of the property. And if I have to put a lot of money in up front, which, by the way, is a good thing, thanks to the bonus depreciation, we have a great video on that. I don't know, Stephanie, if you're able to track that down, but using the bonus depreciation, if you are especially a full-time real estate investor, you can take all those deductions against your ordinary income. Oh, it's so good. So yeah, sometimes for my metrics, Gwen, I will look at renovation too. But the main thing is cash flow. It's a great question. Great question. You're watching a segment from a Freedom Mentor live stream. Join us for our next live event. Go to freedommentor.com/live. So the next one, Brian, it's written to me. Do you invest in hedge funds? No, I don't. All of my investments, everything is in real estate. Now, I do fund our apprentices deals, so some of my money is in short-term hard money loans, but my money is in real estate, and that's where it's at. It's in real estate. Now, I obviously keep a little bit of dry powder, keep reserves always. I'm always building that up as well for the next deal. Good question. Brian, they asked the question, can I really buy real estate? Can I really be a real estate investor? Not like a real estate investment trust, not like buying a little bit of an index fund that tracks REITs, but can I buy a property with 10,000, with 15,000? Can I buy a property for that?
Absolutely.
Brian, what do you say to that?
No, I'm reminded of a video that we did maybe 6 months ago, turning 10,000 into 100,000. We actually went back and just analyzed over the past year some of our apprentices' deals and what they did, how many deals, like kind of ranked, how many deals did it take for you to get to 100,000? And some of those deals are what we call wholesale to retail, where you get very little out of pocket. We've got some subject to deals, sometimes a little bit of rehab, actually very few rehabs. So that's one of the things we don't spend a ton of time on. But turning, 10,000 is a wonderful place to start. Because it's going to allow you to really solve problems and grow that money. But it all comes back to having the right guidance, because you can also blow that 10 grand pretty fast if you don't know what you're doing. If you're just going to go out and get a traditional loan, that money's going to be gone in a heartbeat, and then you're hoping you can create some cash flow because you're probably competing with everyone else. So absolutely, we can grow it. We do that all day, every day with our apprentices. It's just a matter of learning to do the right deals.
We have been coaching and mentoring real estate investors for 20 years. In fact, some of America's most successful investors got their start with us. Here's what our apprentices have to say about working with us.
Freedom Mentor was probably one of the biggest blessings I've had in my life.
For us, it's been life-changing, hands down. Couldn't even think about not doing this, right? And what a missed opportunity if I had not done it.
And you can be next. Learn more about our program in the top right corner. Once that paradigm shift is made. Once you really get the fact that with real estate, you can actually own properties, whether you have bad credit or no credit, whether you would like not to use your credit, whether your credit's tied up. When you realize that you can go way beyond borrowing money from a bank and you can acquire real estate when you work directly with the seller, and you can structure deals where you give the seller 5,000 and then the other 5,000 might go into maybe a couple of little fix-ups, or maybe you give the seller the full 10,000, or maybe you keep the 10,000 and you get the property with no money down. Those things are happening every day. Every day. It's not pie in the sky. It's happening all the time, but it's because we know where to look for these deals. We know how to get to off-market sellers. So in order to invest 10 or 20,000 and to be successful, you have to know what you're doing. Bottom line. Most people won't have that knowledge. You don't just go acquire that online. Would you like to be coached by me and my team? Every successful real estate investor has a mentor. Discover how you can be mentored by us through our apprentice program by clicking above.